Hey everyone, Tyler Russell here, and today I'm going to show you something special. I'm going to show you my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Now I had to deconstruct it because I had to put things in order and whatnot, but alright, let's get started. Now the deck I'm using right now is Jurrac's, and it's pretty good. I got second place at the local tournament I go to. It beat a 6 Sams and a Crystal Beast deck, but I lost to like the Brotherhood of the Fire Fists. It's because that was the newest deck, and you know. Anyway, let's get started. Now, I recommend you have 3 of these, but I only have 2. Jurrac Velos. Now, the Jurrac Velo, it's when it basically is in attack mode and it's destroyed by battle, or if it attacks or is attacked and destroyed by battle, you can special summon one Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack, which is pretty good because you can get your Guivas out, or your Brachus, or your tuners. So yeah, Jurrac Velo. Now, where did I put that? Alright. This is probably one of my favorite cards. It seems weird to have, but I think lots of people use them because they're good at stalling. Marshmallows! Now, what the marshmallow does is you put it face down in defense mode, set it like this, and if they attack it, flip it face up, they take 1,000 points of damage, and it can't be destroyed by a battle. Plus, you get 2 of them out, you can XC summon or get a synchro with a 2-star tuner and get a level 8, which I'll show in my extra deck. Alright, what's next to show? I got gorz. You gotta have gorz. Well, you don't have to, but it's a pretty good card. Basically, if you take battle damage, you get to summon gorz out, plus the token, that strength is equal to how much damage you took. So if you took 3,000, you get a token with 3,000 attack and is it defense? Yeah, it's defense. And if it's effect damage, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of damage you took. Yeah, I had to read it because I only memorize the battle damage one. Anyway, let's move on. This is something you definitely need if you're making a Jurrac deck or a Dino Rabbit deck. 3 Guivas. Now these are the most expensive cards in my deck. I think they were like $8 each. Well, these 2 were $8. I think this one was like $10. So I spent like, $26. But it helps me win duels, and it helps me synchro summon faster or XC summon, and I'll show you the XCs that I have. But basically, when you destroy a monster in battle with Jurrac Guiba, you can special summon one Jurrac monster in your deck with 1700 or less attack. So basically, you can keep summoning, but they can't attack. They can't attack. So, good for getting some combos out there, which I'll show you later. Now, this is like a monster reborn for your Jurrac monsters. Jurrac Aeolo. I used to have 3 of them, but then I usually get the hands where I had all 3, and it was kind of annoying. Plus, my friend told me that the smaller your deck is, the easier it is to get the cards you need. And I think this is like a 42 or 41 card deck. I don't know. Basically, what Aeolo does is you contribute this card to select one level 4 lower Jurrac monster in your graveyard, except Aeolo. Special summon that card from your graveyard. Let's see if you can get a better look. Ta-da! Aeolo. I should probably have done that with all my cards, but You see him? See him? Alright. Alright. Next I'm going to show Jurrac Brachus. Now this is a unique little tuner, because when there's another Jurrac monster on the field, he can't be destroyed by battle. So, yeah. Plus he's a 3-star tuner, so you can get like your 4 stars out, and then you can like synchro summon to get Juggernaut, which I'll show off later. Oh yeah. Anyway, to continue, I have Jurrac Dino. Now this one can increase your hand size, so that's pretty cool, because when it destroys when a Jurrac monster destroys a card in battle, you can tribute a Jurrac to draw 2 cards, so you can tribute him, or you can, you know, in case you have no cards in your hand, you can get 2 at least. But it has to be your end phase, so you can't set them, so. But they're tuners, and they're great tuners. Now, I used to have Gallum in my deck, but my friend told me that Gallum was kinda not needed, so I took him out. Alright, we're almost done with the monsters. Next, we have Jurrac Protops. Now, Protops can boost up to the maximum of 2200, because it gains 100 attack per each monster on the field. So if they use like Scapegoat, that's 400, so that's 2100. And yeah, also good for XC summon and synchros. And speaking of good cards for Scapegoat, Jurrac Monolith attacks all opponents' monsters that it can. It can, but it doesn't have to. It's a good tuner, and it's, look at it. Yeah. This is gonna be the longest video I made, but oh well. It's showing my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Next we got 2-star Raikos. 2-star Raikos. Now, these are good for making tokens. They're like Scapegoats, except you can tribute the tokens, but it can only be tributed for a Jurrac monster, which limits it, but at least you can tribute them. Now, here is the card that will be very good defensive wise. Say like you have face down defense monster, Jurrac monster, and it's destroyed, sent to the graveyard. You could special summon Hera. I have 2 of them. I would have 3, but one of my friends told me to at least have a maximum of like 5 strong monsters or higher level monsters. So, because if you have more than that, you'll keep drawing them, and you won't have enough monsters to sacrifice for. So I just have 2 Hera. Hera. I have Hera. But it won't work on himself. Say like you have a defense position Hera and it's destroyed, you can't special summon another Hera, because then it would be banned or broken. Now the big house of the deck, or the main guy, Jurrac Titano. Let's see if I can get it. Jurrac Titano. Oh, if you wanted to look, check out my card protector. Looks cool, right? Now what Titano does is cannot be special summoned, but you can sacrifice 1 Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack from your graveyard, and this gains 1000 attack points. Oh, and it's unaffected by trap cards and monster effects. So say like Man Eater Bug, it won't work on him. So yeah. Now I think I'm going to show my spells off, because that will be easier. For my spells, I have Lightning Vortex, pretty self-explanatory. It destroys all face-up monsters on your opponent's side of the field, but you have to discard a card. Fossil Dig, good for getting your dinos out, any level 6 or lower dinos. Monster Reborn. brings back a monster from either person's graveyard. So this could be pretty useful. Burden of the Mighty won't work on XC's monsters, but will work on most other monsters. So lowers their attack, and you have Protops out, and it'll help there. This card has helped me win a couple of my duels. Magical Mallet. You basically pick how many cards you want to put your hand back in your deck, shuffle them, and draw the same amount of cards. So, yeah, Magical Mallet. Then we have Palavras. You pick 5 monsters in your graveyard. Does it have to be 5? I think it's 5. Add them to your deck, shuffle them, and then draw 2 cards. Then you have MST and Heavy Storm. And the equip spell, United We Stand. Oh, in case y'all don't know, Heavy Storm destroys all spells and traps on the field. And MST, which is Mystical Space Typhoon, destroys one spell or trap card on the field. And I heard that if it's a continuous, it negates the effect. So now this equip spell I use for like boosting my monsters up, and it really helped me out against the Crystal Beast deck. United We Stand. Your monster equipped to this gains 800 attack points per each monster face up on the field. So yeah, that's a pretty nifty card. Then last is a field spell. I should probably have 2 of these, but I couldn't think of what to take out. So Jurassic World. I don't have terraforming. I should probably get that. And then add another Jurassic World, because having 2 would probably help me out in case they have a field spell and they decide to destroy it. A friend of mine gave me another Jurassic World, but yeah. This boosts all dinos attack and defense by 300, so very useful. Alright, now lastly we have traps. Now let me rearrange these because I have multiples. Alright, I'll explain. Let's see. Alright, now this trap, if you see this trap, you'll already know what I have. Starlight Road. When your opponent, only activated, only when an effect is activated that would destroy 2 or more cards you control. Negate the effect and destroy that card. Then you can special summon 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. See Stardust Dragon flying? Now I actually bought this, and I got the Stardust Dragon for like $4, so that was a good deal. Anyway, I did have 2 of these, but I just think my Flambeau deck needed one, so I put one in there. Mirror Force, my favorite trap card. When I was young playing this, I was obsessed with getting this trap card. I think I had it once, but I got conned, or I lost it or something. But yeah, Mirror Force. It's pretty famous trap card. I think most people have it in their decks. In case you don't know what it does, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Yeah, just like in the anime. Now, this card is a little bit like Mirror Force, only it destroys 1 monster, which is 2 Sakuretsu Armors. Next is a card you might have seen Joey use. Joey Wheeler, Magical Arm Shield. Now I'm not familiar with this one, so I'll have to read it. Your opponent declares an attack while there's a monster on your side of the field. Take control of one of your opponent's face-up monsters, except the attacking monster. This monster is attacked instead. In the battle phase, return control of monster to your opponent. Now this is very useful for, like, say they have a red eyes and a blue eyes and they attack with red eyes. You play this, control their blue eyes, the blue eyes destroys the red eyes, and they take 600 points of damage. So if you face a dragon deck or any deck like that, you can have this help you out. Now here's another card you might have seen in the anime. Magic Cylinder. It basically, when they attack, you direct the damage to their life points, and I think you can have 3 of them. One of them's rare and one of them's just common. But yeah, I'll show you the rare one. Yeah, that's the rare one. Yeah, it's the rare one. I think I got this out of a booster pack. Now, this last trap, I had 2 versions of it, and I like this version better, and it's the newer version. So, Liberty at Last. When one of your monsters is destroyed by a battle, you can select 2 face-up monsters you're on the field and shuffle the targets to the deck. That's very useful for, like, if they have like a Blue Eyes Ultimate, or Scrap Dragon, or Master Hyperion, and you just shuffle them back to the deck. Next is Shadow Spell, like magical. What's that card called? Spellbinding Circle. Only it decreases their attack by 700, so it makes them weaker. And then lastly, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, a reusable trap that negates 1 attack, and you can set it back. Negate, set, negate, set, negate, set. They have to MST to get rid of it. Alright, now to show you my extra deck. This video is going to be the longest I ever made, but alrighty. Now you already know I have this Stardust Dragon. Now, I haven't had this for a while, but basically if there's a spell trap effect, or effect monsters effect activate that destroy a card or cards on the field, tribute this card, negate the activation, and destroy it. During the end phase, if this card negated an effect during this turn, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So yeah, use Starlight Road, get him out. Now I heard when you use Starlight Road to get him, you can use this effect, but he won't come back from their thing. So that's what my friend told me. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's wrong. Now, it's in rough condition, but still, this helped me thrash the Crystal Beast deck. It is Allied Justice Catastor. Basically, any monster who is a non-dark type battles this monster, they get destroyed automatically without damage being taken. So, like, you need a dark type monster to destroy it. Next, we have 2 Giganatos. This powers up your Jurrac monsters by 200 points per Jurrac in the graveyard. So, is it just attack? Yeah, it's just attack. For each Jurrac in your graveyard. So if you have 5, you can get up to 1,000, and he'd have 3,100. So yeah, that's pretty good. Next, I have, for synchros, this is my synchros, TG Hyper Librarian. Simple 5-star. I don't usually get him out unless I feel like drawing cards for synchro summons. But yeah, I have him. Next is the 5-star I do use commonly, Jurrac Velveto. His original attack becomes the combined attack and defense. His original attack and defense becomes the combined attack. Is it combined attack? Yep, of the 2 monsters used to synchro summon it. And it automatically destroys defense monsters. Or is it face defense monsters? You can destroy a monster. If this card attacks a face down defense position monster, you can destroy the monster immediately with this card's effect without flipping it face up or applying damage. So this can destroy marshmallow. Yeah. This is Scrap Dragon. You choose one card to destroy on your side of the field and on your opponent's side of the field. I think I've used it once on a Mermail deck and it got good with that. Now this card is like Black Rose Dragon, only much harder, because you need one Jurrac tuner and two non-tuner dinosaur type monsters. This is Jurrac Meteor. I've never been able to summon this card, but I use it because I don't have a Black Rose Dragon. If I had a Black Rose Dragon, I would use that. But let's see, how many stars is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 stars. So it's kind of hard to summon, but it can be done. And the good thing about this is you can special summon a tuner. So it nukes the field, and then you special summon a tuner, and then that tuner attacks directly. Or you can use the tuner in defense mode. Now for my XCs. I think I only have like 5. Did I have more? No, I have 5. Now for my Jurracs, I use these two mainly. This one's better, and this one's okay. Doka, 2 level 4 dinos, and it negates effects and destroys the effect of the monster. But Lagia can negate summons, special summons, or spell or traps activated. But you have to use all your Xyz materials, so you can only use this effect once. But it's very good. In fact, if it was to where you can use it once and you could use it twice instead, I think most people would get mad at this. So yeah. Next, I have Wind Up Zen Mains. Now, this card is like Marshmallow, except you can detach an Xyz material to make it to where it doesn't get destroyed by battle. So you can use it twice, and it can take 2 attacks and then 1 more attack. So if you attack it 3 times, it can't use its other effect, which is to destroy 1 card on the field. So yeah. These 2 are newly added, so I'm not familiar with this one. Steel Swarm Roach, which during either player's turn, when a level 5 or higher monster would be special summoned, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy it. And Giga Brilliant. This is good because it once per turn, detach an Xyz material from this card. All face-up monsters you currently control gain 300 attack, and it's permanent. So it's not until end of turn. It's permanent unless the monster's destroyed. So if I had Titano and I use this thing, I can get up to 3,300 plus 1,000 and 4,300 plus Jurassic World, which would be 4,600. So yeah, that would be really good. And you just seen my Jurrac deck, my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. And if you want to take a look, check this out. Got at my local card shop. Isn't it cool? I think it's cool. They're kind of big, but they're cool. And then when I get it done, I'm going to show you my Blend Bell deck. But until then, if you have deck suggestions or cards that might help my deck, I would love to hear them. So, if you want to show me your deck, the one you use, go down below, make a video response or a comment, and I'll read them and maybe respond to them if I know what to say. Because usually I only if I have something interesting to say, I'll make a comment or whatever. But since I don't, you know. Nah. Did I tell you I made 2nd place? Yeah, I made 2nd place. That's the best I've ever done. I got $4 worth of store credit, so that's pretty cool. Bye bye.